The U.S. and Western allies are reaffirming their commitments to Ukraine in its fight against Russia. For a second straight day, Russia is launching deadly air assaults on civilian sites across Ukraine. At least 19 people have died. ABC's Justin Finch tells us how the G7 is responding.
Ukraine on high alert again after a second day of Russian missile attacks striking during morning rush hour.
Today, 18 cruise missiles and 8 kamikaze drones were down by Ukrainian forces.
Ukraine saying they've been able to intercept a number of the Russian missiles. Still, more than a dozen Ukrainian citizens have been killed and more than 100 others wounded. Civilian centers, parks, and playgrounds left smoldering in ruins.
I just come to see how it looks like, and it's terrifying, honestly.
Ukraine's President Zelensky meeting virtually with G7 leaders, including President Biden, pressing for more air defense systems to counter Russian airstrikes and for tougher sanctions on the Kremlin. Zelensky underscoring he does not believe successful peace talks are possible with Russian President Putin. The U.S. and the G7 pledging to stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes. NATO's Secretary General says the alliance is closely watching Russia amid Putin's nuclear threats.
Any deliberate attack against allies' critical infrastructure would be met with a united and determined response.
Today, Putin met with the head of the United Nations nuclear watchdog agency, claiming he's open to discussing concerns about the Russian-controlled Zaporizhzhia power plant. That visit coming amid reports a deputy head of that plant has been kidnapped by Russian forces and is being detained in an unknown location. During their meeting, the G7 leaders also flatly rejecting Russia's illegal annexation of 4 regions of Ukraine late last month, calling it a violation of the United Nations Charter. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.